Well, those Macon Bacon hats won't be on the field today as they switched over to the Macon Cherry Bombs for Alter Ego Night as they welcome in the Catawba-Valley Stars for the second time this year for a Saturday night here in Central Georgia. Howdy, folks. Welcome into the broadcast booth. Griffin Harper and Riley Kelton. Griffin, this Cherry Bomb squad won 9-5 the first time against the Stars. What's the key for them tonight?
It's going to keep that pitching rolling. I mean, the offense was good last game, but so was the Stars. They were really evenly matched. It came down to the pitching. I mean, the Cherry Bombs were able to strike out the Stars 11 times that game, and it really just led to an offensive onslaught that led to the run rule.
Well, it was back and forth at the beginning. Let's go ahead and take you through it. Max Prosny kicked this off. First hitter of the game for the Cherry Bomb. He sends one to the right side, gets a triple. However, it turns into a Little League bomb for the Cherry Bombs. The throw went over into the stands, and that gave the Cherry Bombs a 1-0 lead. However, Alexis Sierra rips one to the right side, gets one in off a single. Walker Hartley gets one as well to that right side, and the Stars take a 2-1 lead. But Max Prosny comes up, and this is what Carter Hennon said was the hardest hit ball he's ever seen Prosny hit. One hops by that 42, and he only gets a single, makes it 2-2. Michael Good, however, now for the Stars in the fifth. RBI grounds out, gives them a 3-2 lead. But the Cherry Bombs come up in the fifth, plate 5, and they never look back after that. Griffin, for this Stars team, how do they play a complete 9 innings tonight?
Like I said, offensively, it was very close. Both teams had 7 hits, but it's really going to come down to which team can't shoot themselves in the foot. And that was the Stars' problem last game. They had 4 errors in the game against the Cherry Bombs, and it led to a few runs coming across for the Bombs.
Well, it'll be the Cherry Bombs in the Stars in just a moment here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. And the Cherry Bombs have taken the field, and that means we are about ready for baseball here on a Saturday night in Macon, Georgia. Looking like beautiful weather, little spotty with the clouds, but nice day, not too hot for these players on the field. And Dakota Crumbly, with man taking the ball on the rubber here for the Cherry Bombs. Then going to the University of Cumberland, spent the last year at Walter State. And he's going to be getting the ball early on for this Cherry Bombs team this evening. He threw 6 2/3 innings in what was his redshirt sophomore season, a 10.80 ERA across 7 appearances, 8 hits, 6 strikeouts to 3 walks. And the key for Crumbly right here, Griff, is that he was a guy who had 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio his sophomore year, a 3-to-1 his freshman year.
He's got 15 career strikeouts, and keep in mind, this is a guy that has a lot of experience as an infielder, not necessarily just as a pitcher. He comes in, he's a guy that's a real locker room guy. He's got a great work ethic. You know, he's a local kid, went to Strong Rock Christian School, not too far from here, and he is going to certainly make an impact at the University of the Cumberlands.
Let's go ahead and take a look at that lineup that he will be facing on the Catawba side. Michael Good, Walker Hartley, and Abram Threats leading it off. Jackson Steele, Anthony Russell, Joe Aiken, Bernard Craig, Jalen Williams, and Tony Gregory will be the lineup for the visiting Stars. They're rocking those red and gray jerseys. We saw them with some gray Digi camo jerseys, and the Cherry Bombs in those beautiful bright pink blossom jerseys. And Griff, they just look dazzling out there on the field.
Absolutely. I'm ready to get this thing started. I mean, the anticipation has been building ever since the last Cherry Bombs game against the Catawba-Valley Stars. There's itching to get back in the press box.
It was a fun one that was back and forth before the Bombs took away in the 5th inning. They played it 5, but the Stars team came up and showed out, and they're putting their best hitter in the box first. And Michael Good, the righty, will step in, and the first pitch from Crumbly is down for ball number 1, starting at a perfect 7 o'clock. We're really on time here, Griff.
Everything's been going our way today, almost, knock on wood. This is a guy that's not just good, he's Michael Good in the batter's box, and there's not really anybody like him in this lineup. Really good discipline at the plate. He's got a great eye there in the batter's box, and you're going to see him take a few pitches tonight just because he knows what pitches to lay off, and that's really tough to do against a tough pitcher.
On-base percentage is almost at 500, 494. And Crumbly, first 3 pitches are all out of the zone, so about to tick up that on-base percentage potentially. He's hitting .353 this summer as well. He's a redshirt freshman at Northwest Missouri State. As Crumbly fires in 4 straight balls, and that's how we open up today. As the Stars get a leadoff base runner on 4 straight balls.
One thing you can't do if you're Crumbly as a starting pitcher in a game like this is walk the first batter, especially walk in 4 pitches. He really tried to pound that inside half of the plate. Maybe try to have some versatility here. You got a lefty in the box now. You can still try that inside part, but try to use the plate a little bit more. Vary your pitches.
Hartley will toe in, and he goes inside on that one to him, but he gets it in the zone, and throws a firm strike, number 1. Today's shortstop for the Stars. Cleveland Community College man, the Yeti. To get a good look over at first, nothing doing. As easy back in was good. Carter Hennon over there locking down that first base bag. He's in the cleanup spot for the Bacon today. That's a guy who's normally a pitcher. That one is sent out to left field. Braxton Collins will get behind it and play it for out number 1 here in the first inning.
Hartley made really good contact on that one. It was a little bit elevated. He just got it in the air right to that left fielder. He sat on it a little too long, and now there's one away with a runner on first.
And we'll go ahead and give you a look at the defense behind Crumbly as Collins in left field made that catch. McHugh and Strange out in right. Waters, Gallison, Cassingham, and Hennon in the infield dirt, with Willingham doing the catching and the battery mate today for Crumbly. As Threats now in the box, and the pickoff attempt goes all the way to the fence. Hennon will run it down, as Good will stop up at second base. So an early error here in the first inning.
Hennon spent most of the summer as a pitcher. You're going to see little mistakes like that. It's the growing pains, right? I mean, he's got to start to fill those shoes a little bit. He's getting more and more experience at first base. He's going to get better as he goes along. And I have no doubt that he is definitely going to be somebody to keep your eye on in this game.
So I'll make an error in that first game at the first base bag when these 2 teams squared off. But like you said, a guy who's not typically in this position. So those growing pains going to come, but hopefully not at the cost of these cherry bombs, as Abram Threats takes in ball number 1, really working the inner half of each of these first 3 batters, Griff.
It's also where he lines up on the mound. You'll see him cater to that right side if you were facing the mound, left side if you're facing the plate. And that allows him to have a little more motion, a little more range on that left part of the plate, right part of the plate.
Willingham tried to steal that one back down, but it stays up and make it 2-0. As Threats, a 286 hitter, getting on base at 483 mark. It's that one right on the inside corner. He's driven the most long balls out of this Star squad with 3. He's only driven in 6 runs.
He is a threat at the plate, both literally and figuratively. He's a guy that can do damage.
Runner will take off. The throw is upstairs from Willingham, and now that runner just 90 feet away from crossing, and Threats now in a hitter's count. So a guy who can hurt you with the long ball and the extra base hit power. Based on the numbers, a guy who doesn't have a lot of runners on, and now you give him in a hitter's count. That first run of the ball game, standing right there at third. 3-1, he doesn't chase it.
Michael Good had some really good base running right there. Has allowed him to get all the way to third base. The error at first, got him to second, but there that stolen base at third. The pop fly to the outfield, he scores.
One foul away. We'll count the threats.
And now with that being said, it's on Abram Threat to try to get that ball in the air, try to push it out to the outfield. He's got the pop, he's got the power, but can he do it in a pressure situation where it's desperately needed for an early run?
Crumbly trying to get a much needed punch out, put away the productive out. Threats can get in play. However, they'll give him the free pass, the second one in this inning. Now it's runners on the corner for Jackson Steele. Crumbly just struggling to find the strike zone right now.
That's the second walk of the day. And both times it was against right-handed batters. And we talked about how he really likes that inside part of the plate. It's kind of his comfort zone, but hasn't had too much control there so far tonight. See if he tries to switch it up.
The right fielder for the Star squad. He tries to go to the outer half, but misses as well. Still a Knoxville native. They threw a lot at Lindsey Wilson. Threw 33 1/3 innings. Summer, 70 stats recorded on the rubber. He's a .247 hitter. 19 runs scored, 17 driven in. And for a guy who didn't get at bats at his program in the spring, it's not surprising to see the strikeout numbers from the summer where he has 22 compared to just 2 walks. So if you're Crumbly right now, this is the guy you want to be facing. He fouls it back and he gets ahead of him 1-2.
This is also a dangerous spot, the cleanup spot. He can drive in runs really well. He is a contact hitter. He can put the bat on the ball, which makes him very deadly in this situation.
Crumbly trying to get that first strikeout of the ball game here in the first. That's good. Stands at third and Threats over at first as that one is lifted out to left. Collins getting back. Runner looking like he will tag, and he will test the arm. Collins will get the throw cut off. And that will bring in a run, a sac fly for Jackson Steele. Breaks the scoring, and the Stars take a 1-0 lead here in the first.
Exactly what he needed to do. Just lift that ball into the air. Doesn't matter what part of the outfield, just needs to get far enough back to where that runner at third can score.
A productive out. It's early in the first, so not too worried about that lone run right now. If you're Crumbly, just trying to continue to fill up the strike zone as he does right there to Anthony Russell. Out away and now up on him 0-2.
Both of the outs and the balls put in play were actually fly outs to left field, which means that most of the pitches that they're putting in play are those inside pitches that they get elevated in the zone a little bit and are able to pull out to left field.
See what he'll do here on the 0-2. Off speed, got him swinging. And that is a punch out to end the top of the first. But the Stars strike first and they take a 1-0 lead as we head to the home half of the first. Bacon get their first cuts when we come back. Welcome you back here to historic Luther Williams Field. We celebrated Jackie Robinson night yesterday. We got another game on tap today as we head to the bottom of the first as the lefty Austin Dunlap will toe the rubber. The Frederick Community College man, he's thrown 23 and 2/3 innings here for the Stars, a 6.21 ERA with 28 punch-outs opposed to 17 walks. And he gets to toe the rubber with an early 1-0 lead for his Stars, but the Bacon Bats getting their first cuts. Let's take you through that lineup. It'll be Charlie Cassingham, the South Alabama man, leading it off with Max Brosny and Isaiah Gallison falling behind. Carter Hennon in the 4-hole with Scout Willingham, Brady McHugh, and Wyatt Waters behind. Braxton Collins and Harrison Strange will round out this Macon Cherry Bombs lineup. They got to get that one run back. Max Brosny led off the last time these two teams faced off with a leadoff triple and ended up being an inside the park home run. Griff, what's the approach got to be for the Cherry Bombs to get on the board here?
Well, southpaw like this and Dunlap on the mound, it can really go either way. This guy can strike a lot of people out, walks a lot of people. You have to vary your approach each at bat, but that differentiates the good hitters from the average hitters. Is a good hitter goes to the plate knowing what he wants to do in that specific situation. Every player is going to have it differently.
Cassingham will be the lone lefty in this lineup. Face Dunlap. So advantage Dunlap on the first hitter he'll face. Side armor comes in and misses down and out for ball number 1. The second baseman. Also see that ticker at the bottom of your screen. Those are some good important matchups for the Macon Bacon as they're in that contested playoff race. We'll continue to update those throughout the entirety of this game. Cassingham up 3-0. He's threatening to do exactly what Michael Good did in the top part of this inning.
As I mentioned, this is a guy that has been known to walk a few batters occasionally, and he's down 3-0 right now. Expect something towards the middle of the plate. Don't want to let him get away.
Right down Broadway makes it 3-1.
And that opens the door just a little bit. It was cracked, and now you have your foot in the door. You can do a few things here. Might try to get him to chase.
As he does chase, but he gets it out into center field. And the Cherry Bombs get a first hit early in this ball game.
Well, he expected that pitch, and he knew what he was going to do with it. The blue single right there into right center field. Got himself a base hit. A leadoff knock is always good to have. Having the leadoff hitter on base with a very good hitter in Max Brosny, that's even better.
The Georgia Southern man will get his shot. He was the best bomber the first time these two teams faced off. Went 2 for 3. At triple, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, and he ropes the very first one he sees back out into left field. Williams giving chase, finding the sun, and it'll fall down. And that'll be an error on Williams battling the sun out there. And that'll be 2 runners on for the Cherry Bombs.
The sun is brutal, as you said, but if you feel it hit your glove, and I believe that did hit his glove, you got to make that catch, especially in a situation like this where now you have a draft pick at the plate, Isaiah Gallison.
Gallison, and who is committed to Georgia Southern. He'll make his way to Atlanta. However, like you mentioned, Griff, this is a guy who was selected by the Washington Nationals in round 17, pick 496. And congratulate Isaiah as well for that huge accomplishment. But going to honor his commitment as he sends it to Good at third. He'll tag the bag, throw to first, and a 5-3 double play. Gets 2 outs, erases one of those base runners for the Bombs.
That's a really tough play, and kudos to Good over at third base. In that situation, you might get stuck because it's very tempting to go to second where that next lead runner may be, but he knew he couldn't make that throw. His body would have to do a full rotation, and he knew he wasn't going to be able to make it, and so he got the out at first, and now they're still away.
Cleanup man Carter Hennon now up to the plate. Runner will take off, and Prosney will get there easy as no throw comes down from Aiken. Now Carter Hennon will have a man in scoring position.
A man on third. Usually you want to be able to just pop it up to the outfield, get him home, but you got 2 outs. You got to be weary. Want to get something on the ground here.
That one right on the corner. Even up at 1-1. Nice job from Dunlap to sneak one in. Hennon will miss at that one. So we'll give you the defense behind Dunlap as well. It's Williams out and left with Russell and Steele in the outfield with them. Good Hartley, Crick, and Gregory in the infield. Clay with Aikens doing the catching for Dunlap. Dunlap trying to get that first strikeout and to end the inning. It leaves an up and out to Hennon. Hennon did have a base hit in that last game. He drove in one.
Hit that knocked to right field. Everybody in the crowd was into it. I know that.
Showing some backside approach. For a pitcher, it's always the dream to go up there and get a shot in the box. But not only that, but to execute when you get your shot as well. Got to hit the celly. However, Dunlap will celebrate the end of this first inning as he gets his first punch out, and the Bombs leave a tying run at third. But we're headed to the second. Stars up 1-0 here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. We welcome you back. Dakota Crumbly back on the mound. Struggled in that first inning with 2 walks. However, limited the damage to just 1 run. Griff, what does he got to change in the mindset going into inning number 2 on the mound?
Got to have the short-term memory. I know we talked this a little bit last night, but you got to have the memory of a guinea pig. Guinea pigs have the shortest memory of everybody in the animal kingdom. And so if you're a pitcher, you got to have a memory of a guinea pig. You got to know what works. You got to stick to your stuff. You got to be confident in your pitch selection. But most of all, you have to go after each batter individually. Don't worry about the past. Don't worry about last inning. This is a new day, a new inning, and a new chance for him to attack these next batters.
We'll be taking that guinea pig mindset to Joe Aikens, Bernard Crick, and Jalen Williams. The 3 due up here for the Catawba-Valley Stars. As the Stars didn't have a hit in that first inning. 1 run, no hits on 1 error, and those 2 walks from Crumbly, as we mentioned. There was some action in that Bombs bullpen as McHugh will take charge in shallow right, but Casacan will come over to make the catch from second. And that is a quick, much-needed out number 1. Big confidence booster heading into the second hitter of this inning.
And that's exactly what you needed. Now, if you were in the field, you have to make sure that that communication will be consistent, because that's a spot where things can get tricky. You have your shortstop capping the infield. You have your second baseman, maybe shorter run for him. Center fielder's coming in. He's got an easy eye on it. So many things can happen there. You have to make sure the communication is key and there within your infield.
So Bernard Crick will take in strike number 1 on the inner half. UVA wise man. He sends that one the opposite way, but over the pavilion, past the Bacon box. For strike 2. It's correct from Virginia. Heading into his redshirt senior season at UVA Wise. Hit 240 this past year, 15 runs, 12 driven in. In the summer, he's driven in 9. He scored 10 times himself.
And I mentioned this a little bit before, but this is a guy in Crumley on the bump that has mainly experience as an infielder. You know there's got to be some nerves there. This is a big crowd here with the Cherry Bombs.
That one is scorched right over to those Cherry Bombs dugout. Those guys sitting on the outer half. Didn't flinch a muscle. I'm sure I would have flinched. I think you would have flinched too, Griff.
I don't think Kevin Bacon flinched.
No, Kevin Bacon would never flinch. That one is sent right back to Crumley. He kind of flinched down to the ground, and certainly so. That one was ripped off the bat of Crick, and that is a 2-strike base hit.
I don't blame him there. That was a hard hit ball. About as close to perfect as you're going to see in real life, not just MLB The Show. Squared it up, knew what pitch was coming, saw it like a beach ball, and just ripped it right up the middle.
His PCI was definitely on that pitch right down the middle. As Jalen Williams, the left fielder, take the first one, and the runner will take off and swipe the bag. And now Williams will have that man in scoring position.
Willingham's got an arm, just didn't get up fast enough, and he got a really good break over at first base. Craig, the speedster, had a good start, a good jump, and was able to swipe that bag easily.
Saw Willingham last night throw out a couple runners. That one misses outside to Williams. This guy can do it behind the plate. The 1-1 is fouled back.
And I also will say that it is a little bit harder to get up and make that throw to second as fast as you need to whenever the ball is a little farther out to your glove side, because you have to go get it and bring it back in as you're getting up, and that can cause problems with speed and the gear getting in your way, and your mobility won't be as fast.
Especially, too, that those extra half seconds it might take, or tenths of a second it might take. Even if you have a good throw down, gives that little bit edge to the runner. They're able to swipe. As the 2-2 over to Williams is outside again. They'll run it full with the 3 balls in this at bat from Crumley, just not competitive strikes, or competitive pitches, I should say.
He's got himself into a full count. There's a lot he can do here. May try something low towards the dirt.
3-2 inner half got him swinging. That is punch out number 2 for Crumley, and out number 2 of this inning. And that fastball from that arm side of Crumley, it looks like it's just on the left-handed hitters running in on them. Just the way it takes off.
And that arm slot also allows him to be more direct on the right side of the plate.
It's Tony Gregory, the 9-hole hitter. That's that baby blue wood bat. That thing is eye-popping. That's some swagger right there, Griff. What do you think?
It is, and I like the only one batting glove. I also like that.
Were you a 1 batting glove guy?
I was a 2 batting glove guy.
Okay. You strike me as a guy who goes complete bare hands on the bat. Lumberjack style.
I get told I'm much older personality-wise than I actually am, but I don't think I'm that old.
Oh, yeah? You're like the walking history book over here, man. I'm sure you got something up your sleeve for me today.
We'll just have to see. Time will tell, Riley.
Well, Gregory's up 2-0 now. He's trying to plate that runner from second base with 2 away. Gregory Just 10 at-bats so far this summer. He's won 4 of those 10. He does have 4 punch-outs.
One thing you'll notice about Oakley Willingham behind the dish for the Cherry Bombs is his normal catcher stance, and then whenever Crumley's ready to pitch, he'll open that left leg up just a little bit to be able to receive on both sides and be ready to throw.
He receives that one right there on the corner, and Crumley gets his 3rd punch out and strands that runner at second base. Bacon trying to get the 1 they're down on the scoreboard when we come back in the bottom of the 2nd here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Welcome you back here. There's some controversy going on in this chat section. TMX Clutch 8101 is Macon Bacon pork or turkey bacon. It's definitely it's pork. It's got to be pork, and I'm on Ella's team over here. Pork, as Kevin Bacon, the 7-foot strip of bacon, will take his way to the umpires. He's going to agree. He's probably going to give him a good time tonight.
That had to be one giant pig.
Wonder what type. Wonder how big that pig was that Kevin Bacon was made of. You got the fans into it, doing a little bit of a sing-off. As Kevin Bacon now, the first base coach for this 2nd inning. I'm sure he's going to get that shoulder loose. Hopefully he doesn't pull anything. That's what you would call pulled pork.
Oh,
hey,
that's a good one. Took the words right out of my mouth.
With Scout Willingham, Brady McHugh, and Wyatt Waters will be the 3 due up here for the Cherry Bombs. The Cherry Bombs stranded a runner at 3rd in that first frame. Austin Dunlap was able to get the punch out.
Anytime you get the leadoff batter aboard and he's able to get on the base path and to second base most of all, get in scoring position, it really hurts whenever you're not able to bring him home. You need to find a way to get another leadoff batter on and get a run on the board.
1-1 now to Willingham. Backstop here today for this Cherry Bomb squad. He had some work towards the back end of yesterday's game where he came in for Sammy Lease late in the ball game, and now he's down 1-2. He did strike out in that lone at bat in yesterday's game. As Dunlap's trying to make it 2 in a row on his line. And he will do just that. Another punch out swinging. And the southpaw has got his 2nd punch out of the day.
Not just his 2nd punch out of the day, but back-to-back strikeouts. He ended the top of the 1st with a strikeout. Carter Hennon. Now Willingham sat down on strikes as well. You got to know Dunlap's getting hot there on the bump.
So Brady McHugh will try to stop this streak, and he does, but he hits it right to the glove of Good. Good contact, but not too much. That Good can't handle.
Someone needs to check Michael Good. I think he had a time machine. He was lined up perfectly out there in the hot corner. I mean, didn't have to move a muscle.
Well, Wyatt Waters now try to keep this from being a 1-2-3 inning as that one curves in to the inside corner for strike one. Macon native it's headed to Augusta. He's evened it up at 1-1. One stays outside. 2-1. The 6'3", 205.
That one had a good bit of spin on it. The ball didn't move quite as much as I know that he wanted it to. It still moved a little bit, just wasn't able enough to catch the plate.
Kevin Bacon wants to see some action head his way over to first. As Waters now might give Kevin his shot to be an aggressive first base coach. If he could find his way over. But hitters count now for Waters. Sure, he wants to swing the bat. The 3-1 is a swing of the bat and sent to center field. Russell will camp right underneath it, can of corn, and that will end the inning. So Kevin Bacon's going to be upset. Nobody on the bags for him as we head to the third inning. Stars up 1-0 here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Welcome you in here. Luther Williams Field, Griffin Harper and Riley Kelton, you bring in the action from Alter Ego Night.
This is a spot that the Valley Stars want to be in. Starting the third inning again with their leadoff hitter, Michael Good, back up at the plate for the second time. They've already batted around in only 2 innings.
New pitcher on the mound for the Cherry Bombs is Isaac Meadows. Said he's facing Michael Good here in the box. Meadows, a man from Gordon State. Right here in Lizella, Georgia. That one misses up. Good's trying to walk for the second time tonight. Meadows, 14 1/3 innings pitched at Gordon State, 6.9 1 ERA, 13 strikeouts to 4 walks. As he gets back in the zone to run it full.
If you watch, his lead knee gets pretty high. It's above the belt line. That allows him to shift his momentum off to his back foot, pushing off that rubber.
That one is fouled off by Good. So he gets that power when he drives that leg. Using the lower half, that's what a lot of pitchers struggle with growing up, is using the legs, not using all the arm, and also just good for preventing injury. As that off-speed one misses out, and Good's walked for the second time tonight. Griff, I'll tell you what, a couple questions in the chat for you. Trina Graham asking right here, what got you into broadcasting?
Well, that's a good question, Riley. I'd say the years of watching College Game Day and watching Sports Center, Riley, that definitely got me into it for sure. And, you know, the fact that I love to talk is also a pretty good factor in there, too.
Unlike yapping for a living, right?
Nothing like it. I haven't found anything better yet. I'm not necessarily looking.
And then you also got your family ties. I mean, especially back here, it's got to be a cool experience for you every time you step into this press box, as your great-grandfather was here with the Macon Peaches were here and told you a whole bunch of good stories about Johnny Blue Moon Odom as one. And we know, and Hank Aaron's here and all this stuff. Man, it's awesome.
John Smoltz has played here, Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones. People forget this used to be the home of the Macon Braves, so a lot of your favorite Braves legends have played here as well.
The runner takes off from first, and a good jump gets him in quite easily as Michael Good steals a bag as Hartley up 3-0 on the pitch as well. As Meadows struggling to find the zone early out of the bullpen here in the second. Only a couple arms available for the Cherry Bombs tonight. Small squad as that one is ripped over to Cassingham. Flip to Gallison. Was it in time? No, it was not. Is that one almost dangerous? As there's a 3-0 swing from Hartley.
A beautiful read from Cassingham. Double play ball was in effect in sorts, but not really too much of a chance there. But beautiful read from Cassingham. Gallison, good job getting quick to second base. Nothing to show for it.
So Abram Threats will try to bring in that leadoff base runner at second. And that one almost takes off his head. It does take off his helmet.
Yeah, that one, completely unintentional, but still scary anytime you see a ball going for the head. This is a very wise mound visit from Willingham. You want to settle your guy down. If you got one out already, runner in scoring position, runner on first base, just settle your guy down. Say, hey, don't worry about them. Don't worry about first, second base, picking off anything like that. Go get this batter. Have confidence in your stuff.
First three hitters he's faced, he walks one, he hits one, and he gets one out on a 3-0 green light line out, so hard contact. So Meadows trying to dial it down here as he faces Jackson Steele, who knocked in that lone run of the ball game with a sac fly out to left.
With only one away, anything to the outfield that gets down is probably going to score that run at second, depending on location and speed of threat at first base, might score two.
That one down and out, gets a swing, a nasty off-speed pitch for Meadows.
Beautiful pitch, but the setup was even better. You saw him really pick his spot so far in the at-bat. He already got one strike. Goes that outside part of the plate, gets him to chase. Now he's up 0-2.
Good tunneling of the pitches. Now in the driver's seat. What does he choose on the 0-2? He goes back to that off-speed pitch, down and out. Good job from Steele to hold back on it. So now,
when you've got back-to-back chasers like that, as a batter, you're thinking, okay, he probably won't do that again. Maybe look for something low to try to get a swing and a miss here, but expect it to be towards the inner part of the plate.
Runner will take off and good, however, fouled back. Steele was protecting. He'll take the steal away for both threats and Good, as Good had a great jump.
Both good jumps, chance for a double steal there. 1 and 2 count with one away.
Cassingham runs over to try to hold the runner on. Steele's holding on in this at bat, continuing to fight. So if you're Meadows here, Griff, you're in a 1-2 count, 1 pitch away from the strikeout. However, Steele making contact with it. If you're on the mound, are you going for the strikeout, or are you going for that double play ball at the end of the inning?
Definitely double play ball. I mean, Crumley's in a little bit of a pickle here. Sorry, not Crumley. Meadows in a little bit of a pickle here. Got 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position. Anything to try to get out of this inning as quickly as possible. I'm taking that chance.
Give a look over at second. The inside move. Good try to make it 2 stolen bases on this trip on the clay. There's a 1-2 again. That one softly hit to the right side, and it'll leak through and find some grass in the outfield, and that'll load them up for the Stars. That was a great at-bat from Jackson Steele. And now Anthony Russell with a chance to cash him in.
A good at-bat, but perhaps a lucky one right there, as it looked to me like he got jammed going in. A little bloop single out there was enough to advance the runners, but not enough to get that runner on second home.
Took advantage of the middle of the infield, shaded and double play depth. And Russell will send the first pitch he sees straight out the center. McHugh will get behind it, see if the runner in good will test, and he will. McHugh will fire. Hennon will try to cut it off on the short hop. Is Good came in pretty easy. No runners other than Good will advance, but Good crosses home plate. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Stars. Both runs scoring by the way of sac fly.
And this is just good classic baseball from the Stars, as they knew the assignment. They're moving their base runners along. They're playing small ball.
Having unselfish at bats, and this is what you can do when you get early base runners on outs that might potentially end the inning. Could be productive outs. It's Joe Akins. Try to tack on at least one more. As a slider comes in for Meadows, keeping it up at 1 apiece.
That was a beautiful pitch. I think that runner at third was kind of making him nervous there. Didn't want to let anything get away, so he kept pretty blocky. But there, beautiful off-speed breaking ball pitch, and that set up for that good elevated fastball right there, but he didn't take at it.
Meadows working with 2 runners on the bags. The Stars continue to put up good at-bats. However, there's a bender in to even it up at 2s. 2s all across the scoreboard. 2-2, 2 outs, 2-0 lead with 2 on. The pitch is outside. Runners now will be in motion on the next one. This is where danger can hit for the Cherry Bombs if something's in play and finds its way through. The payoff, that one inside, doesn't break enough in, and that will load him up one more time.
Not mad at that pitch selection. I mean, it's been working for him all at bat. That inside pitch that curves in, but that time not enough spin, didn't get enough curve on it. Didn't touch the plate. Now you got bases loaded with 2 away.
So that'll bring out Ethan Chavez, the head coach of this Cherry Bombs team. During this mound meeting, go ahead and ask you one more. Is Canadian bacon real bacon? Griff, what do you think on that? Is it real or is it fake?
I'm about to say something that is going to make me look not very bright.
Let me hear it.
Remind me what Canadian bacon is.
Griff. let's go.
It's ham, right? It's ham. Then no, it's not bacon. Bacon is pork.
Canadian bacon is a lean, ready-to-eat pork product cut from the center of a pig's loin rather than fat and belly. Is Canadian bacon real bacon, Griff? That was the AI overview from Google.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Tell you what, that is the question of the day right there. I'm sure we have any more. During these mountain meetings, we're trying to answer all your questions down in the chat. Keep letting them rip. It's now Bernard Craig will try to rip one through this infield and plate at least one more for the Stars. Two away, maybe able to get two. However, that one will go up and in on him, and he won't have to swing the bat. A little painful nonetheless, but a 3-0 lead for the Stars. That is the second hit batter from Meadows. He's walked 2 and hit 2. Pitching right now for this Cherry Bombs team.
Never the most fun way to get on base, but hey, if it helps the team, this is a very team-first style of play that we're seeing out of the Stars.
Well, tack on an RBI, and now Jalen Williams come up. The narrow approach at the dish. As he half swings at that one.
That was a beautiful pitch. Virtually the same pitch we just saw before. It was called a ball. Dropped pretty much the same amount. This time got him to check it. And now it's 1-1 count.
1-1 misses outside.
But the frame job from Willingham didn't quite get it. But I love the hustle.
Willingham tried to steal it back for him. He knows his pitcher in Meadows needs some help. As that off-speed pitch goes down the middle but stays down. Now threatening to walk in. Another as Tony Gregory's the man looming on deck. Cherry Bombs right now struggling on the rubber, but that one will backdoor. They'll run it full again.
The breaking stuff is working. It's just the positioning.
So big payoff pitch as runners will be in motion. Yet again, 3-2. That one is roped to the right side, but hooking foul. That ball almost took onto the trains out there and had a one-way ticket.
That's the pitch he was waiting for right there. That exact pitch, exact location. Just a little too excited. Pulled it. If he'd waited back just a little bit, that one may have been in the trees.
Certainly had the distance, but pulled it. Just another pitch now in the 3-2. That one breaks right back down the middle. Instead of a grand slam, it'll be a backwards K in the books. But the Stars tack on 2, and they take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the third here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Welcome you back here to historic Luther Williams Field. The Stars up 3-0 on the Cherry Bombs. We had a good question from a young man. You want to get into sports broadcasting, and you go to Georgia Southern University. Griffin, you're a man of Georgia Southern yourself. How do you do it?
Well, obviously, you go to Gata Productions. I mean, the way that they develop and the way that they help you get to where you need to be in the industry is just immaculate.
Look at that guy. I'm the only lone non-Georgia Southern man on this broadcast. There's Will over there manning that camera, and then go ahead and, hey, there's a look. There's Big Blaine back there behind the plate giving you some coverage, and my man to my left, director Aaron Harrison, and look at you guys on the mound. I won't forget about you. You look a little short up there on the mound, man.
Listen, you know, everybody up there is significantly taller than I am, so I'm not. You know, for the viewers at home, I'm only like 5'7", 5'8", you know, 5'8" and shoes, if you want to call it that. But I mean, what? Paisley's tall. He's like 6 something. Aaron, how tall are you? 6'1". I don't know how tall Blaine is.
Oh, no, you're really defending yourself right now. You could just say you're a short king.
Yeah, I am a short king. That's the thing. You know, I got to be confident.
I like calling games with you because I'm not a tall guy myself, but I have this little cushion. It gives me like a little extra inch here. It's a nice cushion for me. And when we do our opens, we got to give it to you, give you a little booster seat. So it gives me a little confidence as well. So I like calling games with you.
Glad I could help. I'm a man of the people here, Riley. I do what needs to be done.
Well, Braxton Collins is going to try to help this Cherry Bombs offense that only has 1 hit through those first 2 frames, as Harrison Strange will follow behind with Charlie Cassingham behind. It's Collins, the left fielder here for the Cherry Bombs, and Austin Dunlap has been sharp through his first 2 frames. No walks, just the 1 hit with 2 punch-outs. As Collins will watch it on the corner, make it 1-1.
I really like the location choice here for the first 2 pitches of the bottom of the 3rd inning. Trying to go outside edge. First one, ball. Second one, strike. And that set up for that inside pitch he just fouled off. He knew he was going to bite.
Dunlap trying to get his 3rd punch out. The first 2 were all swinging. That one misses just outside, trying to get him on the outer half. As that one trying to backdoor him, but doesn't get in the zone, and that will run it full. That was a close pitch right there.
Yeah, that is a tough take right there. Outside edge. That pitch was called a strike earlier in the at-bat. It's a tough lay.
3-2 to Collins, and he fouls that one right on the corner.
Now with 2 strikes, you have to battle. You have to guard that outside part of the plate, and that's what's so tricky about it. As Dunlap has set himself into a position where, as a southpaw, he has a lot of variation and a lot of ability to control the ball around that outside part of the plate for right-handed batters.
Collins doing a good job to fight back into that bat, and he'll continue. Every time Collins continues to foul a pitch back, he's seeing one more trick out of Dunlap's bag. Things start teetering in favor of these hitters. It's a 3-2 again. That one behind Collins, and he will work himself into a free pass. That's the first walk for Dunlap, but a great at-bat from the 8th spot in the lineup to give the Cherry Bombs a runner here in the bottom of the 3rd.
I mean, just resiliency, battling at the plate, fighting off every pitch. Found a way to get off base. Can't ask for much more from your leadoff man.
So Harrison Strange is the last hitter from either squad to hit in this ball game. He'll take a first pitch strike. As runner will take off. That one almost got inside and hit Strange. Throw on the money. However, skips out of the glove of Craig.
That ball was a little elevated. I think if that was any lower, more towards the zone, may have been a really close call there at second base. Beautiful throw, one hopper into the glove of Craig. But overall, good stolen base from Collins.
So now the Cherry Bombs got a runner in scoring position with no outs. A little bit of wiggle room. Is that one inside, but stays into the zone. Like strange. Thought it was going to continue fading in on him.
I mean, a 3-0 lead for the Stars is still within reach for the Cherry Bombs. They're certainly not out of this game, and we're still in the beginning stages of this game. We're in the first 3 innings. But how do they build to that lead? How do they start digging themselves out of this? Well, they start playing that small ball that the Stars have done well today. They chip out of it.
Good up at 2-2. Be a punch out to Strange. That is strikeout number 3 for Dunlap. Be a big, much needed out number 1 in this 3rd inning. And a little bit of wiggle room the Cherry Bombs have. Fades away. As Charlie Cassingham, the only hit for this Macon offense. We'll step back up. He took a 3-1 pitch and sent it back to the right side. Their inside move. We'll look at Collins. Tell you what, some people in this chat, Griff, are defending you right here.
I appreciate the love. An R5 with 2 E's on the end. I don't quite know if that's a true story or not. You know, I definitely did block Wemby though. I can tell you that.
That was the one I was
sure.
concerned. I was wondering if that one was true. I mean, you have to take me through that story during our commercial break. I'm sure it's a long one of how you flew over to France and got it done, or maybe you met him up at San Antonio before he blew up and went big time, or after he blew up and went big time.
You never know. I guess we'll just have to wait and find out.
He's the alien, but you're the Martian. A 2-1 count now to Cassingham. That one side kicks up some dust. Worked it back to 3-1. This is the count that Cassingham got that base hit on. It's Prosny stands on deck. Dunlap will wipe off his hands down on the grass. The ball slipping out of his fingertips. They get back in the zone here on the 3-1, and he will miss out and away, and Cassingham will flip the bat on over and move it up to Max Prosny with 2 on the bags.
That's a good at-bat, especially from your leadoff hitter in the lineup. Brings up Prosny, a guy that has proven himself to be a real threat in the batter's box for the Cherry Bombs. This is a guy that has the ability to put it anywhere he wants to on the field. We've seen him hit some balls very hard in this ballpark.
One he hit in that first inning, carried to left field pretty deep. Williams track back battling the sun, hit his glove, and he dropped it as he was fading back towards the track. Down as an error on the left fielder, but first pitch in play to Hartley, the shortstop, working around the ball and throw it over to first. Nice play from the shortstop as each runner will move up to the next station.
Now you've got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away. That last ball really wasn't a double play opportunity, but now you've got a guy at the plate who he wears that neon armband for a reason, because he lights it up. You know, he's over at short. He's an absolute unit in the batter's box. He's a true weapon. There's a reason why he got drafted. There's a reason why he's going to one of the best baseball teams, best college baseball teams in the country, Georgia Tech.
And he rips the first one right through the 5-6 hole, and the Cherry Bombs are on the board, and they're trying to get 2 as Williams and left misplays it, and both runs get in, and Gallison goes sliding into second base. And the Cherry Bombs cut into the lead. It's now 3-2 here.
That was a really good pitch that he got. He knew he loved it, ripped it pull side all the way down into right field. It was actually bobbled out in, left field by Jalen Williams. Allowed him that extra time to get to second.
So 2 RBIs on the single and then the advancement on the air out in left field for Gallison. That skill right there heading up to Atlanta soon. The Nationals were wishing he would head on over to the capital city. It's Carter Hennon now trying to capitalize on the runner in scoring position in Gallison. This guy who's swinging to put the ball over the fence right now. Can't spell power without P.O. Griff. He wants to see it happen. Gallison will take off, but he will have to turn back as Carter Hennon gets plunked. Good jump from Gallison. But now 2 runners on the base pass for Scout Willingham.
And took that one like a champ. And Gallison had a good jump over at second base. Not too many people in either dugout can steal third, but he is one of them that can. We'll have to retreat back to second base, but another threat at the plate and the cleanup hitter. The 5-hole hitter, Oakley Willingham, who's been really solid behind the dish as the catcher today, looking for some offensive production. He struck out in the second inning. I know he's been chomping at the bits to get back in the batter's box.
For him, he's got an opportunity here to equalize this game with something into the outfield. As the Georgia Highlands College product will rip that one into the sky. Williams giving chase towards foul. Ground falling over the fence. As a couple of fans will help him back up. That hip height on the fence is scary for these outfielders as they track over to it.
Yeah, that's when your third baseman or shortstop needs to step up and say, hey, wall. You have room. You don't have room. Communication's key there. And likely would have made for an interesting catch there.
We saw Prosney earlier this season on July 4th, so a couple weeks ago, do that in the right field side. It was an extra innings. He ran over and caught it and tumbled over that short fence and right behind the Bacon bullpen, which is today the Cherry Bombs bullpen. But that catch, runners were on the base paths, and I think they were just so astonished that Prosney caught the baseball. Nobody tagged up. As that one is smoked again, and that one gets down the line but fouled just barely.
That was about as close as it can be.
Michael Good put a good effort to try to get a glove on it. Thought originally he caught it, but it smoked down and hit that little corner where the fence shoots back towards the third base dugout. Just missed the baseball, but I thought he had a glove on it. Made a heck of a play.
1-2, he's got to battle anything in the zone. He's going to be swinging, but this is a guy that has a lot of pop, too. We see him during BP. He's one of the few guys on this team really sending quite a few balls over the fence.
Well, Gallison will take off, but Aiken's trying to steal a strike. Will not throw it. And he also won't get the call, so a stolen bag for Gallison. Hennon said, no, sir, I'm not going with that one. He just happened to be on the base pass right now. He's got a short lead over there at first. So Gregory holds him on. As the 2-2 is ripped again. Willingham all over that left side foul territory. He's trying to find it in between the white lines, but he is rocketing these baseballs to that third base side.
There's a lot of pop, a lot of power to the pull side. The left-handed pitcher, you're going to expect the majority of the pitches to be on that left side of the plate. if you were looking at home plate. So it'd be away from a right-handed pitcher. So oftentimes left-handed pitchers, you're going to want to try to push the ball opposite way.
Higgins will set up on that outer half now. He will go to it, but miss way outside, and that'll run it full to the backstop. Hennon's going to be in motion on this pitch. Also got to make sure the ball is delivered to the plate. Dunlap trying to get a strikeout to get out of the inning. Escape a jam. 3-2 on the corner, rung him up. It's a backwards K for Austin Dunlap. That is his 4th of the ball game. And just like that, we're headed to the top of the 4th inning, but the Cherry Bombs get on the board. They're down 3-2 as we head to the 4th here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Welcome you back here at historic Luther Williams Field. And Griff, you got another great question from the fans in the chat. Griff, you get 2 separate text messages.
Okay.
You get one from Ella Langley and you get one from Megan Maroney.
Oh.
They both asked you to go on a date. You get one choice. Who are you picking?
Gosh, this is a tough pick. I'm going to go with Ella Langley, and here's why.
Before you go to that.
Megan Maroney went to the University of Georgia.
We don't like that.
And I am not a fan of Georgia.
Tell you what, Ella Langley, before you go to that, Auburn alumni. But that would be cool if they asked you out on a date. But something that might be a little cooler is the Sports Center Top 10, which we had a play reach number 7 this morning. We woke up, and we'll let you roll it from last night's ball game.
This game later.
Number 7, minor league baseball, Wilmington taking on Macon. And check out Jack Whalen. Superman that ball. Ooh. Full extension from Whalen. And the Bacon, as in Macon Bacon, win it 6-0.
Sizzling.
I mean, how's that? That's pretty cool, Griff. That was, I like that. What'd you think?
Oh, that was definitely one of the pinch me moments. I mean, that question earlier about, what got you into broadcasting. Well, College Game Day, Sports Center, shows like that you grew up watching and are just really form your love for the game and love for broadcasting.
Well, Ian Lewis now the new arm on the rubber here for the Cherry Bombs, and he's facing Tony Gregory. It's his first pitch. There's a strike into the zone. Certainly a cool moment to wake up to. He submitted that clip in, and we're sitting there. We'll find out if it makes it. Surely, and we show up to work today, and our president here at Brandon Raphael goes, "Hey Riley, you see that play made top SportsCenter top 10, right?" As first 3 pitches from Lewis go down in his favor to get Gregory swinging for out 1. He goes, hey, that play made SportsCenter top 10. Did you know that? I go, well, we submitted it, but I did not know that. That's awesome. He didn't know we submitted it in. But it was a great catch out in the outfield from Jack Whalen of the Wilmington Sharks. Full Superman. I mean, unbelievable catch.
Yeah, when I got the text from Aaron this morning, I was actually beating my roommate Will in MLB The Show.
That one right to the right side, and Michael Good has reached the base pass for the 3rd time today. First hit. That was an MLB The Show like swing right there, Griff. Nice side, backside.
Sorry to bring up the show again, by the way. I mean, I just had to make sure that the people at home knew that I did beat him. So.
You good at Hammer Big Show?
PlayStation, I would say I'm moderately able to contend. The Xbox, not so much.
That sounds like an excuse.
I'm guessing you have an Xbox.
I have a PlayStation.
Oh.
Maybe we'll have to duel it out and figure this thing out and where you stand.
But how about the duel at the plate right here? Hartley, the shortstop, he had a hard hit liner over to second base. It was nearly a double play last time up. I know he's looking to knock one into the outfield here.
Well, it misses out and away from Lewis. As Lewis threw 21 in the third innings pitch at Gordon State. 10.80 ERA, a 1-2 record, 29 strikeouts, equals 17 walks. As runner will take off, throw right there, and the runner is safe. Gallison caught it right where he needed to, and it looked like last second he pulled the glove up and snapped it back down, and that little movement right there allowed Good to sneak in.
He was judging the hop, and that's a first and foremost, talk about the placement of Gallison right there on the steal. He was right in front of the bag, a good spot to be. But I guess the throw just a little low, caught that bump, and next thing you know, he had to adjust his glove to catch it.
I really thought it was going to come down. The throw made it into the air. It's Willingham. Give another look. The runner at second now and good, but 3-1 count now to Hartley.
They're running a good bit on Willingham, and that surprises me. I mean, this is a guy that has a very strong arm, but it also shows the base running confidence that the Catawba-Valley Stars have, and that's a testament to their game.
So Hartley in the hitter's count. As he will chase at it. Out in front, sitting on the fastball, and got a little trigger happy. Run it full. A couple of young fans down here having a good time in the ballpark. They're trying to get behind the arm in Lewis. Get him his second punch out of the bullpen as he gets behind. Gets Hartley behind on the pitch, but gets a piece of it to stay alive.
Now 3-2. They go bread and butter here. The outside part of the plate has been working for Lewis. See Willingham kind of leaning towards that side. Now he's setting up on the inside part.
3-2, right on the inner half, and we'll take the inside pitch out all the way to the party deck, and a couple of kids that were waiting on it to fall down. We'll have to find out. Unfortunately, it's out of the ballpark now. However, Hartley seeing another pitch now at 3-2, giving a good effort into the box. Trying to get two runners on the base pass for Abram Threats.
I would like to make a disclaimer too about, since it's country night, El Langman, Megan Maroney. I grew up a Tech fan. That's why. Yeah.
Thank you for the clarification.
I'm sorry. It'll be a house divided.
3-2. Runner will take off, and it's fouled again off the bat of Hartley.
I'm not mad at that. I mean, a 3-2 pitch, you've got to battle. I mean, on a payoff pitch, anything remotely near the zone, you have to take a chance and swing because you don't want to be rung up on that strikeout looking. So give yourself another pitch, another opportunity to crack one out of the outfield and move that runner in.
So we'll do it one more time at 3-2, and that one in the field of play. As Hartley upset, flipped the bat way up. Collins will come over and take charge from Gallison. And that will be out number 2. Hartley bat flipped like he hit it out of the ballpark. Just out of frustration, long at bat. It doesn't go his way.
Either way, you can't be too mad about that. He's made some good contact today.
As these fans right here, very excited to be in the ballpark. Not too sure who they're cheering for.
The road
Rowan?
from the World Cup.
Oh, okay. I was a little lost. I thought they were screaming for someone to play, but yeah, love some Rowdy Bacon fans and Macon Cherry Bomb fans. Is that one right on the corner? Good off-speed pitch to Threats for strike 1.
Beautiful job from Willingham right there. He's starting to take note that the quicker he gets that ball and he brings it in, the more often he's going to get that strike on the outside edge.
Up and in. Threats has reached both times. One walk and one hit by pitch. Bluefield State man.
Adding on to that impressive on-base percentage he's already got. Coming in this game, 483 coming into the game.
He's trying to take up on the average now. I'll miss that one, make it 1 and 2.
Another situation where you have to battle. Can't be afraid to be jammed. Anything, you got to shorten the swing. Because that righty is comfortable on that inside part.
Setting up on the outer half of the plate. There was a fastball out. So now if you set up the fastball out and you miss, Griff, do you try to go to the off speed here or do you go back to that fastball?
Maybe off speed a little lower. I mean, he had pitches to play with. Now it's only 2 and 2, an even count. Still in favor for Lewis.
See what he does go with. Goes with the off speed and it's looping to left as Collins will grab it on the run. And that will be out number 3. So the Stars are blanked here in inning number 4. And the Cherry Bombs going to try to get back, even up this ball game, maybe add on a little more when we come back here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Season is winding down here in Central Georgia as the Bacon in a heated playoff race for that final spot. So don't miss out on any of the remaining action. All Bacon broadcast stream exclusively on Home Team Network. Anytime the Bacon are home, they'll be right here with us on historic Luther Williams Field. Head on over to hometeamlive.com to catch up on the Bacon action. Austin Dunlap here, still remaining on the rubber for this Catawba squad. As he is facing Brady McHugh to lead off the inning. If there was a first pitch strike, or a first pitch ball, excuse me. To the righty, he lined out the third his first time, and I'll tell you what, got a question in the chat for you as well. I want to answer it as well.
All right.
We got favorite walk-up song, Griff.
Ooh.
I'll let you take it away first.
Okay, so actually I have 3 answers here.
Oh, okay.
If it's 80s Night like it was last time, I'm going Down Under by Men at Work. That's
Okay.
a classic.
Got
Okay. Another one that's also really good, Money for Nothing. That intro guitar solo just gets you hype every time. And then also Cold as Zone, Jay Boo. Beginning of that, that's also a good one.
I like it.
Yeah, I have 3 for you.
Okay, so I had the one that I had my entire life was Circle of Life from The Lion King. That one is looped to the right side and it'll fall right behind the infield dirt, and it'll be a leadoff single for Brady McHugh.
You talk about Circle of Life. He's going to try to circle the bases here And that's another leadoff knock for the Cherry Bombs. Let's see if they can have some offensive production and get him to score. Only one run down behind the Stars. Dunlap seems to be fading a little bit on the mound. Cherry Bombs they're starting to collect his number a little bit.
Stars pitchers usually run out and toss a whole bunch of innings each game. I gotta imagine as long as these Cherry Bomb bats can see him a couple times and make their way through the lineup, start having better at bats as we've seen in this later half of this beginning of the game.
I mean, this is entirely statistical that, a starting pitcher will get worse. I mean, statistically speaking, throughout the game, the more the batters get to see the pitcher, the more success they're, statistically going to find. Now, second time through the order, these guys are starting to remember, okay, first at bat, he did this. This is what I did to counter. Maybe let's try this now. Let's see if this works. Okay, this worked. Let's get on base and do this now. There's different things that go into it.
It's a chess game. As that one just misses in the outside corner, and it's 3-0 to Wyatt Waters. He flew out to center his first time, worked himself into a 3-1 count then.
A very wise man once told me that baseball is a perfect game made for imperfect people. And I believe that is true.
Waters now, good opportunity to do some damage as he will send that one over short and gets over the head of Hartley, and it's back-to-back singles. As running the third is McHugh, the throw wide of right, but getting the tag down is good. As the home faithful will let them hear it. They didn't like the call as Ethan Chavez now will have a conversation with the third base umpire. The aggressive play gets the first out of the inning at third. And that is what you hear most of the time from most coaches. You never want to make the first out of the inning at third base. And the Cherry Bombs do just that. Wyatt Waters did move up to second, so still got a runner in scoring position for Braxton Collins. Joe Akins dives out and saves him from moving up to third.
I'm getting a little bit wild there on the mound. We've seen a few pitches so far this inning go a little errant way outside. And this might be that opportunity for the man on second, Wyatt Waters, to try to swipe that third base bag if there's another one way outside like it.
One inside. Braxton Collins, when he walked that first time, the last pitch to him went behind him. Had to give his best Michael Jackson impression and getting up on the tippy toes, and that'll bring Joe Akins out to the mound.
Anytime you see a pitcher that's been pretty solid all game, especially with those kind of from that sidearm slot, he starts to just all of a sudden get a little errant, a little wild. You really want to make sure that arm is okay, and it looks like it is, but you always got to double check for the catcher.
So Akins will disperse from the mound, and Dunlap now struggling so far through his first three hitters, 2 base hits. That runner getting thrown out third gives him an out on the board, and now down 2-0 to Collins, who he already walked once. The 2-0 outside as well. So some fatigue maybe setting in.
Running in scoring position, you don't want to take any chances here. Unless it is your perfect pitch, your ideal pitch, you don't want to swing.
He's going to bunt around just to do it. I'll take the walk. 4 straight balls issued to Collins. His second time aboard on the free pass.
Yeah, you ideally didn't want to get that first out of third base, but now you've got a runner in scoring position, 2 runners on total with your 9-hole coming up. So even if he gets out here, you have 2 away, but you've got your top of the order coming up with 2 on.
Strange was a strikeout victim his first time, went down swinging. As he will send that one to right field. Will it stay fair and fall? Yes, it will. And the Cherry Bombs will have ducks on the pond. So now you think about that out getting out at third. That Little blooper base hit from Strange. Would have plated one. Instead, it loads up the bases. However, you are at the top of the lineup to try to do some damage. As Akins will direct his infield where he wants them. Looks like he's telling Gregory and Good at each of the corners to play in. And he wants Hartley and Kreck in the middle to stay back and play for the double play ball. Cassingham is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk today. He's came around to score. It's one of the 2 Cherry Bomb runs. Now it's a shot to bring in another, and that one gets the call, and Cassingham does not like it one bit. Oh, no. Just a tad outside from where the zone's been, but Dunlap probably happy to see a lefty. As that one is smoked, and the lefty in the box delivers and ties this game. The go-ahead run center around, and he'll come around the score. And the Cherry Bombs take a 4-3 lead here in the bottom of the 4th.
Beautiful job there. Great crack of the bat. Nothing better than a hard-hit baseball on a wood bat. No sound better in the world, and that one was squared up perfectly. Knew he needed to drive it to the right side if he wanted to score 2, and he did.
2 RBIs for Cassingham as he brings around Waters and Collins. And now Strange standing 90 feet away from scoring himself for Max Prosny. As Cassingham will get in motion immediately, the pitch was up. It looked like trying to do a trick play and cut the throw off the first and third. Like Kreck went in to cut it off. The classic first and third play, however, let it go. And Hartley not able to put a tag down. Cassingham with a good jump, and now 2 in scoring position here for the Cherry Bombs.
A dangerous position for the Stars. The DH at the plate. 2 runners in scoring position with only 1 away. We talk about the guinea pig mindset, short-term memory. They got to do something about it here.
Infield last moment will shift in all the way around as it's missed in. Prosny 2-0 as Prosny's put both balls in play, one deep to left. But he did reach on an error on that play and a ground out to short. 2-0. Inside again, and now 3-0. Every hitter this inning has reached for the Cherry Bombs. They're 5 for 5 on reaching the bags, and Prosny's threatening to be the 6th in a row. That one out coming from Brady McHugh, getting thrown out at third on Wyatt Waters' single. It's a 3-0, no green light. 3-1 now to Prosny.
You have to remember your mistakes, but you can't dwell on them. You have to know what pitches have been working that inning, what you feel most confident in. With a count like this, you got to know where your spots are.
Fan base trying to help and rattle the arm on the mound as Prosny will pop it up. Gregory giving chase in front of the dugout, and he'll grab it. That is a big out for Dunlap as Prosny shaking his head as he walks back to the dugout, knowing he missed the pitch. And now Isaiah Gallison, who's brought in 2 of those 4 runs for this Cherry Bomb offense, has a shot to bring in 2 more.
This is where great players are made, a situation like this. And they're going to intentionally walk Gallison. I don't mind that decision for the Stars. I mean, the star power he has and the ability just to manufacture runs is unmatched with anybody on this Cherry Bomb squad. And that'll bring up Carter Hennon.
I'm not sure you want to throw to Carter Hennon either. Now he's got ducks on the pond. Now if you're Hennon, you got to think. You got to take this one and feel some disrespect and dish it back out. Intentionally walked. It's not like we're in the back half of the game. We are in the 4th inning, and Isaiah Gallison gets intentionally walked. They want to face Carter Hennon, who struck out swinging and gotten hit by a pitch. And Hennon trying to produce some power and increase this Cherry Bombs lead. To find out if Dunlap end up regretting the decision to face Big 3-7 in the box. As that one misses outside.
Good eye for Hennon in the first pitch outside. You're still trying to set the zone. However, it's your third at bat. Kind of know where the zone is. It's a good eye from Hennon.
Oh, no, that one outside as well as Dunlap struggling to find the zone. That is the other aspect as well. The intentional walk might not be the play. As Dunlap's been struggling to find the strike zone, and when he does, he's been leaking out base hits left and right this inning. But he gets back in the zone there, make it 2-1. So if he was to walk in, I mean, it brings in a run. What do you think of the decision to intentionally walk?
I think it was a wise decision. I mean, Gallison has been very good. And he's also had some stolen bases as well. So this is a guy that is good on the base path. He had that double in his last at-bat. I don't mind the decision to intentionally walk.
And then trying to take it to the moon and was way behind after waiting back. Now Dunlap, one strike away from getting out of the jam. It's the 2-2, fouled away to the pavilion down and right. And then continuing the fight in the box.
He was a little late on that one. Appears to be looking for that off-speed pitch, which is the specialty for Austin Dunlap.
Carter Hennon with the bases juiced. It's an opportunity right at his fingertips. The 2-2 swung on a miss, and Dunlap leaves him loaded, but the Cherry Bombs tack on 2, and they take a 4-3 lead as we head to the 5th here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. I don't know who these guys are, but they're going to be the MVPs of Cherry Bombs night. There's been a rowdy little section here at historic Luther Williams Field. The Cherry Bombs rallying behind that energy, as you can see there on that manual scoreboard. They take the lead 4-3 as we head to the 5th here. Riley Kelton alongside me is Griffin Harper. And Griff, this Cherry Bomb offense picking up and having good at-bats at the plate.
They have, and the Stars need to come back and get that lead because, I mean, they seem to be performing well when they have a cushion, and the Cherry Bombs seem to be performing well when they're a little behind. That underdog mentality seems to boost them just a little bit. The Stars get back in that lead if they want to continue this offensive production.
Right at the meat of the lineup to do so, Jackson Steele, Anthony Russell, Joe Akins. That is 4, 5, and 6. Do it for the Stars as Ian Lewis continues on the rubber here for the Cherry Bombs, and that off-speed pitch fell off a table for strike 1.
Riley, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, I was looking out at the party deck. I think my parents are out there. They came to this game, and Be remiss if I didn't wish them a happy anniversary. They're celebrating their anniversary with the Macon Cherry Bombs tonight.
Love that. And they picked the right place, the party deck as well. I mean, hopefully enjoying a couple of beverages, and hanging out. Making it a party here at Luther Williams.
Yeah, I was able to get them some tickets over to want to come down and watch a game. They came to a game a few weeks ago and really loved it. Good atmosphere here at Luther Williams.
That one stays up, make it 1-2 on Steele. He's got a sack fly and a single today.
I will say that everywhere I tend to call games, I usually judge them by the fries. And I call a few games here at J.I. Clement Stadium in Statesboro, and the fries there are great. But the funnel cake fries at Luther Williams are off the charts.
They take the cake. Those funnel cake fries are so good. So I'm with you. The powdered sugar. Ooh. Woo.
Not to mention the pretzel, the 10-ounce pretzel.
Stop it.
I had one yesterday. It was
making me
amazing.
hungry. You're making me hungry in the booth. We get some mac and cheese bites too. Woo. Man. 2-2. There's some, not cheddar, but slowed him down on Steele. And that is a strikeout for Lewis, his second out of the bullpen as he's working into his second inning. That'll bring it up to Anthony Russell. Russell's got a strikeout and a sac fly in this game as well. As I see Officer Ed down there in the chat. Hashtag stay crispy. You stay crispy, Officer Ed. I think you're on the clock right now. Gotta put that phone away, man.
I was reading the Stay Crispy chat. See which one you're referring to. I thought you were about to bring up a question.
I'm waiting for a couple more. Maybe y'all can drop a couple down for us. Don't get too crazy on us. That one down in the dirt, make it 2-1 on Russell.
The offensive production for the Stars seemed to come in waves. It started out hot, got that one run in the first, another two runs, in the third inning. We got goose eggs up there for the second and fourth inning. Now here in the fifth, they're looking to get something going. That first batter of the inning was a strikeout. And they definitely want to get a few runners aboard here, try to make something happen and at the least tie this game.
Next pitch into Russell. That one is sky to the left side, tracking towards foul territory as Waters right by the fence, and he grabs it right over top of one of those half tables. And that is a big out, number 2. Way to stay calm when moving towards the fence in danger zone.
It's that communication we talked about earlier, right? The hey, wall, you got room.
Communication goes a long ways. Waters did a good job. Tracked that baseball all the way in. Maybe steal a souvenir away. One of those kids in foul territory as Joe Aikens fans at the first one he sees. For strike 1.
A very good friend of mine and a very good baseball coach once told me that the best teams do the little things right. The little communications, they don't mess up on the basics. And the Cherry Bombs, well, they've done everything well tonight. They've played some great fundamental baseball out defensively. The bats are starting to get a little hot. This is looking very good for Macon.
Lewis missing outside with that slider. And when the bats are heating up, how important does that make the pitching staff's job to continuously get quick innings and get that offense back to the plate?
You have a cushion, not a big one, but you have a cushion.
That one is leaking over Gallison's head, and that'll fall for a 2-out base hit for Joe Aikens.
But it allows you to stay confident in your pitches when you have a cushion of any sorts. Say, hey, okay, listen, my offense, they're doing well tonight. They're doing enough to have the lead. Now it's my job on the mound to say, hey, I can do this. I can control the pace defensively. I can set the standard, set the tone, and take care of things on my end.
Craig will step in and try to keep extending this inning for the Catawba-Valley Stars. Let up the lead just a half inning ago. Stars tacked on the first 3 runs of this game, and it's been 4 unanswered for the Cherry Bombs in the bottom of the 3rd and 4th. Rex reached both times. He's got a single and a hit by pitch. His hit by pitch plated 1 in the 3rd inning.
Let's go to the box.
It's Kevin down there on the end of that bullpen, hanging out with a couple of the guys. He's taking it all in. I wonder if he gets offended that they changed the, the logo from him. Do you think Kevin had any say in making it the Cherry Bombs?
Well, he worked so hard to model for the logo, the swing in the pan. I imagine he would be a little upset, but I mean, it's only for a few games, right?
Give him a day off, right? But then you think he's back at the ballpark, though, so he's still on the clock. So
he's coaching.
He's getting a versatile resume to send out. I think he's going to be sticking around here for a little longer.
He certainly has the resume. He's just building his demo reel. That's what he's doing.
Right. Lewis now trying to get a punch out to end this inning. As that one we fouled away. We'll do it again at 3-2. Across from both teams, each of these hitters and each lineup continuing to fight and drag on at bats and work up pitch counts. Ian Lewis trying to win this battle. It's Bernard Craig. It's the 3-2 will spike down, and he'll drop the back as it kicks off that wall all the way back to home plate. That'll bring it up to Jalen Williams. And we're not talking Oklahoma City. I was waiting for my drums to.
Well, I didn't have my cymbal with me. I would have.
I was waiting on it. Looks like maybe a pinch hitter steps in for the squad as well. So we're really not talking Oklahoma City. So that one gets the knob of the bat. I believe that looks like. Let's take a look. Looks like 21. And that is Derek Hall. And we're not talking Auburn Tigers. That's some ball knowledge right there. Could have said Seattle Seahawks too. You unfamiliar with the ball knowledge?
What about the kick six?
The kick six, that's a great play. It's
Figured
the
you
best
know.
play
Yeah.
of all time in any sport. Hands down. No argument. So Derek Hall getting off the bench with 2 runners on the bags. It's worked 1-1, the first one off this handle. On the Catawba-Valley Stars roster, 21 is listed as Chris Troyer, left-handed pitcher. But Derek Hall is sporting 21 today. So that one's down. He's looked at 2 and 1.
Let's go.
So new number, maybe some flair, and you tie this thing up. We'll send it what some would call a new ball game. Lewis misses way out. It's 3-1 now. To Hall. No action down there in the Cherry Bombs bullpen. as Tony Gregory is on deck, potentially trying to find a way on into the box with bases loaded.
You notice his stance is a little bit open. That allows him to reach down for balls that are a little below the zone. So keep an eye on that. Anything low still might be his territory.
That one was about belt high, and it's running to full. Runners will be in motion. And right there is, that will be ball 4, as neither runners went on the pitch. Willingham thought that thing was strike 3. He started to walk off. And that'll be the second straight base on balls issued by Ian Lewis. Now Tony Gregory with bases loaded and 2 away. Big spot in the middle innings here for the 9-hole hitter who's got 2 punch-out swinging. Checked his swing, and it looked like it got Willingham, as it'll hit also on Gregory. Thought maybe it hit the knob of the bat just like it did the Hall, and that will tie this game up at 4 apiece with the hit by pitch. So a little 2-out rally for the Stars.
You have to execute with 2 outs, bases loaded. You're up by 1. The Cherry Bombs, they needed that out right there. And the control-wise from the pitcher, I mean, Lewis, a hit by pitch is definitely not what you need there.
He got a strikeout on the first hitter he faced, and then a pop-out. And then it was a single, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch that equalized this game. That brings it to Michael Good, who has reached all 3 times, 2 walks and a single.
So while we've got a mound visit, I do want to ask you this, Riley.
I hear it.
As an Auburn man with the Kick 6 video on YouTube, which YouTube video do you think is better? The Kick 6, Auburn, Alabama, Tavon Austin Sr. highlight reel. Non-partial.
You know, the Kick 6 is just so electric. And it's just such a, iconic play. But Tavon Austin's highlight reel, in terms of, growing up, every high schooler, any athlete has watched Tavon Austin's highlight to motivate you to run through a brick wall.
I can't lie. I watched the Tavon Austin highlight reel before every exam in college.
And how'd you do on those?
Listen, I did well. I think Tavon would be proud.
There's something about Tavon Austin that motivates. However, something about the Kick 6 just defies all odds. What should happen? As the 1-1 is down to Good. Make it 2-1. I don't know. That's a tough question. It's hard to keep my bias out of it as well.
Either that or listen to a Ed Orgeron, pre-game speech. That'll get you to run through a brick wall.
Lewis back in even 2-2.
Low and inside. You had that mound visit right there with your coach, and he didn't take you out of the game. He has faith in you as a pitcher. With 2 away, you've got to execute right here. You know that your whole dugout's behind you.
2-2, right on the corner, rung him up looking as he front doored him on the off speed. And Lewis gets out of the bases loaded jam, but the Stars plate 1 and they equalize it at 4 pieces. We head to the bottom of the 5th here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. we welcome you back here. Story Luther Williams Field tied up between the Stars and Cherry Bombs, and that is Evan New right there, serving as the emergency catcher tonight. He is the track man guy here. He's one of our interns, so we want to see Evan getting that bat. I've been trying to work in that bat myself on the field, but I know Evan has as well. And he's not the only intern dressed out tonight. There is Stetson Koenig. He is our first base coach tonight. He is the clubby here. He's getting his duty. He's got to get that shoulder loose. I want to see some aggressive coaching from Stetson over there. Oh, his mom's supposed to be tuning in to us, so howdy, Stetson's mom. We know you're supposed to be here, and we hope showing you some Stetson right there just made your day. As Austin Dunlap returning to the rubber after a tough inning of work last time. Got out of a jam with the bases loaded, but did give up 2. And all 4 of these Cherry Bomb runs have come across the last 2 innings. Scout Willingham will take in ball number 1. He had a great at-bat last time, ripping it down the left side. Just couldn't find it fair and eventually struck out looking. He's up early 2-0 on Dunlap. You surprised to see Dunlap back out on the rubber after last inning?
Gave him 2 really good innings to start and 2 shaky innings. Gotta let your starter go a little bit, have faith in your pitcher. I know Willingham is gonna regret that one, as you gotta drop that bat. It's on the inside, but no. I mean, I don't mind the decision to let him keep pitching.
Working halfway through the 3rd time of this Cherry Bombs lineup. He's fallen down 3-1 to the first hitter in Willingham he's facing. McHugh and Waters, the 2 up behind him. So Willingham trying to find his way on the base pass for the first time today. As a 2-1 is absolutely smoked to left field. Willingham will flip the bat, and the Cherry Bombs take the lead off a 5th inning leadoff bomb from Scout Willingham.
That one was a cherry bomb, if anything. Bouncing off of the light pole. This whole place started shaking. As soon as that bat touched the ball, he knew it. That thing was gone. A piece of beauty from Willingham.
He lit the fuse on that one, and he gives the Cherry Bombs a 1-run lead. It's only a matter of time. That last at bat, he was scorching the ball down that left field line. Just couldn't find it fair, and he gets up 3-1. He sends one over the atrium health sign over the left field wall.
Now that crowd back at it again, as hype as they've ever been.
He's activated that rowing crowd. 2 straight pitches inside.
Some sweet chin music, if you will, on that up and in. Don't know if that's intentional or not, but it may set up for something, maybe low and outside here, anything outside. That's where Akins is set up.
That one goes right back down the middle, and it's sent frozen rope to the party deck. Over towards your parents. Your parents are hanging out down there, down that 330 side.
Yeah. They're not in like the party deck. They're way down there on the tables, and they're definitely out of the way of the netting, that's for sure.
That one has popped up to center. Russell will get behind it. He lost the baseball, and it falls way in front of him. And Brady McHugh will find his way for a double. No air on the plate, just lost up in the sky. And off the bat, I was wondering, it felt like that ball didn't have the carry where Russell was starting to camp out underneath it. And he shrugged the shoulders. And it's a double for Brady McHugh.
It's the weekend, so he might have been blinded by the lights there. But, I mean, we talked about this before the game, Riley, and I mentioned this. I said, hey, they've got to limit these mistakes. They had a few mistakes last time these 2 teams faced off. They haven't had as many of these mistakes tonight, but they've got 2 errors on the board. And that was a play that probably needed to be made in this situation.
That one into Collins. Backdoors him for a strike. Augusta University man. Trying to continue. fall behind the 2 extra base hits.
Let's go foul.
Seen in front of him. Over Dunlap now. 0-2 count. The pitch. That one ripped to short, right to Hartley, throw to second, not a dime. Is McHugh able to dive back in? Almost perfect place, perfect time for the Stars, where they'll get 1 out.
Yeah, Hartley was under that one. I mean, right to him, over it. Short Craig came in. A great job of getting that ball out of the glove quickly from Hartley and getting it over to Craig at second base. And he stepped on the bag just a smidgen too late. So heads up from McHugh. And to get back to second.
A lot of times you'll see runners on those line drives. Just go ahead and take off, and that's when you get those double plays. They forget the freeze 'em approach on a line. As Collins will take one in the other half for ball 1. He has walked both times, and he has scored both times. That one gets back in, 1-1. Popped up, shallow right. Steele will take charge, but Crack will run into him, and Crack, the one who made the catch as well. That'll be out number 2, and that's one of those communication plays.
That's exactly what I was about to say. It's one of those instances that I've mentioned and shed light on a little bit where you've got to know whose ball it is. You had the center fielder, right fielder, and second baseman all charging in on this one ball, and that could have ended very differently, and it could have ended much worse for the Stars.
So Harrison Strange, who blooped one to the right side last time, step up, runner will take off, had a great jump, but Strange chases and fouls it. It's a great jump from McHugh at second. He had third base easily.
Strange was stranded at third his last time up. And Hennon struck out. Gallison was intentionally walked, and that set up the bases loaded situation for Hennon. I know Strange is itching to get back around the base path. He wants to score.
Look, Q at second, who just had that great jump. Crack at second, just holding him on, just outside of your frame, back at home. Dunlap wants to see the sign again. Arm warming up in that Cherry Bombs bullpen. That one is one hopped and it gets past the glove of Good, and McHugh is getting sent around. No throw as he will get up standing, and the Cherry Bombs take a 6-4 lead.
We know this grass can be a very consistent surface and a good surface if it's a slow roller, but anytime you have a chopper like that, it can take a rough hop off the dirt, and that's exactly what happened there. His glove was positioned lower than where the hop placed the ball. It just rolled right over his glove. I mean, it's a simple mistake, but it was costly.
So back to the top of the lineup now for the Cherry Bombs, and now it's Dunlap's 4th time facing this Cherry Bombs lineup. They did have an arm warming up past that left field wall as Cassicam pokes it the other way, and it falls through the glove of Hartley on the run. That'll go down as a hit for Cassingham. Hartley was covering ground out there in the outfield. And that'll keep this inning alive. This Cherry Bombs offense finding a way, but Cassingham 3 for 3 tonight.
That was definitely much needed, especially for the pitching circumstances of the Cherry Bombs. They want a little more cushion. They want some insurance. And they've tacked on an extra 2 runs. They've got 2 runners on, 1 in score position with 2 away top of the order. Just got on base. Middle lineup here, looking to make something happen with 2 outs.
Sure, Max Prosny is mouth-watering at the plate right now. Yes, he is. 0 for 3. Reach on an error in the first. A ground out to short and a pop out in foul territory to first. So he's got 2 on the bags and can extend this Cherry Bombs lead. So he's got some extra base hit power and he's got the wheels to make a defense work if he wants to extend singles into doubles and doubles into triples. Back pick over to first. Cassingham might have been dead to rights. The ball gets away from Gregory, and that allows Strange to move on over to third. I think that ball maybe potentially hit Cassingham in the helmet as Gregory was reaching over. The trainer will come out and check in on Cassingham, and Cassingham doesn't even look her direction. That was scary over there first. That could have been dangerous. Cassingham, big secondary. But runners on the corners. Cassingham will take off the second. The throw in time and gets Cassingham stealing. So they don't back pick him, but Akins throws him out at second. And that will end the 5th inning. But the Cherry Bombs tack on 2 and take a 6-4 lead to the top of the 6th here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Welcome back here at historic Luther Williams Field. Riley Kelton and Griffin Harvey bringing the action as going over some substitutions maybe before as Chase Lawley is towing the rubber. Now the umpires are going to gather up together in the field.
And you can hear that crowd getting louder and louder. What is it I see all over my For You page? The trumpets getting louder, the trombones, the saxophones getting
the
louder.
saxophone's getting louder.
Yeah, there it is. I think the saxophones are getting louder for the Catawba-Valley Stars.
Looks like going over some sort of lineup discretion. Maybe with, I would imagine, I mean, Hartley's still in the lineup. He is waiting to get into the box. So maybe it was about Lawley potentially on the lineup. Not too sure. So, go back over and talk it over with Marvin Speaks. Marvin Speaks is looking for a couple of answers. He will get them, at least to the most he can get. Is now home plate umpire. We're actually bring Ethan Chavez out of the Bacon dugout.
Well, we got a minute here, Riley. I do want to say I'm reading some of these chats, and I see one that mentions Pete Rose did play in Macon for the Peaches. That's another one of those names you see along the list.
We got a new person in the game now, today, for the Cherry Bombs. This is Chase Lawley. So he'll take over on the rubber for Ian Lewis. This is the former Richmond Spider, now Shelton State product. That'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up here for the Stars. Hartley threats and steal. Lawley ramps it up about 90. It's a little bit above it as he goes with a changeup down. 3 pitches, 1 strikeout for the new arm for the Cherry Bombs. One away here in the top of the 6th. For a guy who's just 5'10", 180, he can ramp it up.
Absolutely. You saw there 3 pitches, and he took care of business. That brings up quite the threat.
Literally.
See what I did there. Yeah, had to give me nucks for that one.
Well, Abram threats the designated hitter. 0 for 1, walk and a hit by pitch, along with a fly out to left. That one misses down after missing up. 2-0 now. One gets away. Lawley trying to get after. This is a guy who, with his Bacon team throughout the summer, has been moved around from a starting role, bullpen role. He's been all over. He's done a little bit of everything. Is Strange out and right. Easily grabbed that one for out number 2.
The offense for the Valley Stars, this is the meat of the order, seems to have slowed down quite a bit. The pitching from the Cherry Bombs has definitely stepped up, and the defense has started making those plays.
So that brings Jackson Steele up. Got to get it to happen.
Yeah, right fielder made the play, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Jackson Steele. Struck out his last time up. And that sac fly in the first, nobody on base here.
That sac fly and strikeout sandwiched between a single. As Griff, I think you're getting referred to as the best Fortnite player ever right now.
I don't even have Fortnite.
There's no shame if you do.
I think Marcus FV447 is referring to himself as the best Fortnite player.
Oh.
Which must mean that he is. So
I respect it.
Marcus, congratulations. You did it. You're the best Fortnite player in the world.
Self-proclaimed, they say. As the 2-1 misses away, 3-1 now. to steal. Anthony Russell waiting for his turn on deck. So now a lefty warming up for the Cherry Bombs, and that'll run it full to steal as Lawley's trying to get punch out number 2. Get it back to an offense who has picked it up. They've scored 2 in each of the last 3 frames. The next one chopped over to short. Gallison fields it on the run, pats the glove twice, and a strong throw to first makes it a 1-2-3 inning for Chase Lawley and the Cherry Bombs, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th here. Bombs trying to add on to their lead. Welcome you back here to historic Luther Williams Field. In these games, this is where we see the substitutions go wild. Humpo and umpire is a little confused with Marvin Speaks on what he's got going on in terms of the field. Dunlap's off the mound and he's at first base, and they're trying to kill the DH, and Abram threats, and he's trying to pitch. There's some sort of technicality in there that is throwing it off, and umpire's trying to get. Gets things a little wacky here when the Stars coming to town. What? Griff.
So far, this game has been the bomb. Cherry Bomb.
I like that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. Just passing it over to you.
Ah. Well, actually, I did just read one of these chats. These are great. I love reading these. It says, now this later in the night. This is from Ella5545. It says, Riley, now this later in the night, what's everybody's favorite ice cream flavor?
I'll tell you what. I am a sucker for cookie dough. Cookie dough is my favorite.
I would have to go mint chocolate chip. That's my absolute favorite. That's my go-to anytime I have an ice cream place. However,
you see, get a look right here. That's President Brandon Raphael. He is eyes locked in on this Bacon game on the road. As you look down at the bottom of the ticker, 3-3 in the top of the 9th with Boone. As the Bacon, Boone, Forest City, and the High Toms are all in this heated race to the playoff spot. Asheboro Zookeepers up top are holding that one spot. is holding that one spot up in the standings of the East. The Bacon and Forest City currently right now tied, but the Bacon pull it out. You look on the other side, Forest City struggling today to say the least, 12-2 down against the Salamanders, and then the High Toms also down to the Pilots as Dunlap, who was at first, gets canned from the game. He's gone, and now the normal first baseman is back in, as they still will be Abram threats on the rubber as they got it sorted out. So the technicalities of this whole thing doesn't work. His Threats has thrown 17 innings this summer, has a 5.76 ERA, 17 strikeouts opposed to 20 walks. He's trying to give some stability for this Star squad who's given up 2 runs in each of the last 3 frames. This has been a long discussion as the umpires are now breaking it down to Ethan Chavez on the Bacon side as Kevin Bacon trying to keep things loose with some fans, keep everyone active. Seeing a couple of baseballs, signing a couple signatures. As the rest of the Bacon on the bench can just sit back and watch right now and wait for their turn. Is now heading to the box is Max Prosny. He saw a couple pitches last at bat. However, Charlie Cassingham was caught stealing a good throw from Aiken. Took away his at bat with a runner at third. And if Cassingham was a steal, it would have been 2 runners in scoring position. So now, here comes Prosny. He'll take the first pitch for strike 1. Just a new arm. And Abram.
He's definitely want to get that walk to strikeout ratio down a little more. I mean, obviously you don't want to come in and walk a bunch of batters, but the Stars are nowhere near out of this game. This is a very gettable game for the Stars.
Well, Prosny smacks that one to left center, but Russell will jog under. Is that one off the bat? Sounded like it was going to carry a lot farther. However, it didn't travel far at all. Good piece of contact from the designated hitter in Prosny. And that'll bring it to Isaiah Gallison, who was intentionally walked last time in the box. And not often you see an intentional walk in just the 4th inning. But he sends that one to center field. Russell busy early in this. Top of the 6th. He's got that one as well.
Loud pop had the crowd going early. That one died right there out in center field.
So now Carter Hennon will step up to the plate. He had the big bases loaded shot. They intentionally walked Gallison to face him. Couldn't make him pay, and he struck out swinging. He's 0 for 2 with 2 swinging strikeouts. As the Bacon have plated 4 runs in the top of the 9th against Boone, and they take a 7-3 lead in that ball game. That is huge for the Bacon. This late contested race.
I think of this quote by Theodore Roosevelt: walk tall and carry a big stick. And he's got the big stick right there with a hit.
There he is. Carter Hennon rips one right up the middle. And you love to see it. Getting a good rip of the bat. Said all he's going to do is swing hard today, and he certainly did that. Big barrel from 3-7. And that'll push it on over to Scout Willingham, who sent the loudest swing of them all in today's ball game over the left field wall. That was a lot of rhymes in that sentence.
Like Vanilla Ice. I've yet to do my rendition of Ice Ice Baby for you, Riley.
I think we might get taken off YouTube if we start singing some copyrighted music.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. I can shout out Ella 5545. I respect the mint chocolate chip. That was my personal favorite. Apparently she's having some right now.
Shout out to you, Ella. As that one's down in the dirt. 2-0 now to the backstop. Along with that homer, he's got 2 strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging. Every time he's put the bat to ball. in this game. Well, there was that home run or a foul ball. It's been loud, but he's up 3-0 on threats.
This is a guy that can do damage. We've seen it tonight with that home run he had just an inning ago. With the runner on base and 2 away, I know he definitely wants to put one out there and try to get this runner home or give him a chance to.
One on the corner. He thought it was ball 4, but have to jog back towards the box. Now on another count to do some more damage. Willingham will switch a foul. Carter Hennon over there having a little bit of fun at first. He's dancing around. He's going to be in motion on this next pitch with 2 away. Waiting for our first base coach, Stetson, to go ahead and give him the green light to just take off on a non-full count 2-out pitch. But you can only ask for so much. Yes, Willingham wants another moment in the box. Looking for a punch out to close his first inning out of the pen. 3-2, fouled away again. As Willingham has been a fighter all night in the box.
Kudos to Thread. I mean, he has really destabilized the meat of this order. Prosny, Gallison, Hennon, and Willingham. And Willingham's at the dish. But he's already got 2 away within those 4 batters out of the bullpen. Very good.
See the 3-2 for another pitch. As that one is skied to the right side, not the center this time, but straight to steal as he backpedals last moment and lunges out to grab it. So 3 flyouts for the Cherry Bombs, and that's the first time they go down scoreless since the second, and they'll take their 6-4 lead to the 7th here on the Bacon Broadcast Network. Couple of fans having themselves a night here at historic Luther Williams Field as their Cherry Bombs are up 6-4 over the visiting Catawba-Valley Stars. So you take a look down the bottom left. We've updated that one with the Bacon and Boone on the road. Top 9, and the Bacon have played it 5 in the inning. Still no outs as they continue to do damage. And these home fans might be in for some playoff baseball in the near future if the Bacon continue this hot streak. They pull this one out and win it. That'll be 5 in a row for the Bacon. And these fans will have some more baseball to watch here at historic Luther Williams Field.
The Bacon and Cherry Bombs both have seen success as the game goes on, as the season goes on as well. I mean, once that All-Star break hit, it was like a light switch. The Bacon just turned it on, and they've been rolling. They've been sizzling.
Well, the Cherry Bombs will move their way on over to a new arm and Hayden Partain, Macon product from Oglethorpe University. Only threw an inning there across 3 appearances. Had 3 walks opposed to 1 strikeout, yet 7 earned. And the Stars offense got to get something going soon. They only got 4 hits in the ball game, but they do have those 4 runs. Cherry Bombs. That's the first time I've done that. I'm proud of myself. It took me to the 7th. 6 runs on 11 hits. It's Anthony Russell. Dixon, bowl number 2. It'll be Akins and Kreck behind him. Three straight balls issued from Partain.
Gotta be careful about a spot here. You don't want to walk the first batter.
Not to do it on 4 pitches. That one will get in. At least give him another chance. That one chased the upstairs heater. That'll run it full. Russell 0 for 2. He's got a sac fly to his name. 3-2. That one sent to center field. McHugh playing in, and that's going to get past him and over his head. And it's going to be extra bases for Russell. He's going to try to stretch it for 3. Throws a rocket, gets over Gallison's head, and it'll be a stand-up triple to lead off the 7th here for Anthony Russell. And now the Catawba-Valley Stars got something brewing here early.
An underrated throw out of pretty much the warning track out there. I mean, sometimes in that position, you may want to hit the cutoff man, but not there. It was a beautiful throw.
Plain shallow. Haven't seen a lot of Catawba pop in this ball game, so playing in. However, gets over the head of McHugh, and it's a good barrel. And the center fielder is Joe Akins now. Will try to bring him in. Leadoff runner at third base with no outs. Here are the Stars. This run's got to come home. No excuses. Akins will be the man to try to do it. He is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Team from Oglethorpe University. He's a Penguin. Trying to glide out of some trouble.
Let's go, Cherry Bombs.
Nobody out. It's very tempting to swing at anything up in the zone, but 2 balls, 1 strike. You really have to pick your pitch because you want to place this one perfectly to get that guy home.
Strikeout will go a long ways for Partain. He's got to find the pitch to do it. It's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Big punch out for Hayden Partain. That is a good bounce back hitter after giving up the triple to lead off the inning. That brings up Kreck to the dish. Kreck has reached all 3 times, just 1 for 1. Got a free pass, painfully and non-painlessly. He puts the first one in play. That'll bring in the run. Gallison backhand throw over to first. Is it in time? No, it's not. Henna might have pulled his foot as well. Infield single, and that cuts the Cherry Bombs lead just to 1. It's Kreck able to leg out a single, and he has reached the base paths all 4 times tonight.
Yeah, that was a good throw from Gallison. Hard to tell if it was in time or not. but there's a appear that Hennon may have pulled his foot off the bag. Had to stretch out a little bit for that one. That was a tough throw. He didn't have a whole lot of time to make it, so it's hard to be accurate in a situation like that.
So Derek Hall will step up for the second time. He pinched hit in the 5th inning where he drew a walk. One downstairs. 2-0.
Runner on first here, double play ball is in effect. Keep this one low in the zone. You may try to get one rolled over into a double play.
Blake could get him out of this inning. The Stars have cut into that lead of the Cherry Bombs. That will be a base on balls. It looked like for a second there that Willingham was confused on the count. I thought it was just 3 as well. But either way, both the base pass, and it is ball 4 apparently.
Now that brings up Gregory. Struck out twice tonight.
You changed that tonight with just one swing of the bat. Tied this game up at 6.
Down by 2, this lead is not safe. Cherry Bombs want to take defensive action, try to get out of this jam without allowing the Cherry Bombs to tack on any more damage.
Runner will take off before the pitch, and he gets in at third. No one voicing to Partain in time.
Dugout's got to be a little more alert there. You got to let your pitcher know that he's on the move.
Took off and he checked back, and no one was there. Don't let him know when he was correct, was able to swipe third. So now runners on the corners and the tying run 90 feet away. As Partain needs to sit down. Gregory for the 3rd time tonight on strikes, or get him the ground in to a double play ball. Hate to see a productive out. Wouldn't be shocked as well to see Hall in motion. Maybe try to cause some chaos, throw down, maybe potentially put Craig in motion at home as soon as he sees the snap throw from Willingham, but no runner will go, and that one is ripped up the middle, and the Stars have tied it up at 6. As Tony Gregory gets his first hit of the ball game, and it couldn't come at a bigger time. And now the Stars got a go-ahead run at second base.
Now another runner in scoring position. This game, like I said, lead was not safe. And now a chance to do more damage with the top of the order.
Michael Good walked twice, had a base hit, and struck out looking his last time. And now this is danger for the Cherry Bombs and Partain. It's now 2-0. Northwest Missouri State man can give his Stars a lead in the back third of this ball game. Now he's up 3-0, and he's threatening the walk for the 3rd time tonight. I bring it up to Walker Hartley. As before the next pitch, Ethan Chavez will take a walk out to the pitcher's mound.
Hey, Cherry Bomb fans, be sure to stick around after the game to get some autographs
Not typical for you to see a 3-0 pitch looming in a mound beating. You might see it on the first pitch or the second pitch, but when it's 3-0, typically don't see it.
I will say, it is country night. Fun fact for you. You know who went to Northwest Missouri State?
Let me hear it.
Country music star Craig Morgan.
Craig Morgan,
Craig
Redneck
Morgan.
Yacht Club.
Yep.
Love it.
That's what I love about Sundays. Even though it's Saturday, Riley, it's Saturday here in Macon. But, hey, we love Sundays. That's what we love about Sundays.
I love it.
It is something.
Love it. It's a great song, Craig Morgan.
It is.
Awesome.
It is.
That's some good music. You know ball. You know ball, brother.
I
You
do know ball.
Yes, sir.
Also, Gary Gady, MLB All-Star.
Okay.
Yep.
Now that's knowing ball for
That
real.
is
That's actually
ball.
knowing
That
ball.
is ball knowledge. That is ball knowledge.
Well, that one misses upstairs, and that'll load him up for Walker Hartley.
Now batting for the Catawba-Valley Stars.
And the Stars
Walker Hartley.
trying to capitalize on some struggles out of the bullpen. As Hartley is 0 for 4. Slide out twice to left. He's lined out the second. Strikeout swinging. He chases the first one and fouls it back.
Crowd singing, do you want to build a snowman, but do you want to build a lead if you're the Stars? And Riley, you're not the only one that can come up with quick ones like that.
That would be
As this
good.
one is
I like
already a
that.
tie game, and the Stars are trying to come away with a win here. The Cherry Bombs are letting it slip away with bases loaded and one away. They got to make something happen.
Partain looking like he's coming with new juice in this at bat to Hartley as he's up 0-2. 2 firm strikes. That next pitch is down in the dirt. Trying to get him at the off speed. We'll work at the 1 and 2. That one down as well. Evened it up. No action in the Cherry Bombs bullpen. Wonder how many arms they got left. As well, it's a tight roster. See, 2-2 from Partain. That one's fouled off by Hartley. Hartley is trying to fight. He's down 0-2. He's worked it back to 2 and 2. He's fouled off a couple pitches in the process. Partain right there trying to find the one to sit him down. 2-2. Almost went after the upstairs pitch, and now a big, big full count pitch upcoming to the lefty Hartley from the lefty in Partain. 3-2. That one sent out to center. McHugh is playing in again, and it gets over his head, and the Stars get the lead and more. 1 will score, 2 will score. Third one sent around. Gallison threw it the third. And that is a bases clearing double for Walker Hartley. And the Stars take a 9-6 lead, and they put up 5 in this top of the 7th.
Went from do you want to build a lead to now they're just letting it go. They're letting it fly out there all over the place in the outfield. And when your outfield's playing in like that, it is harder to backtrack. I mean, it's much easier to come in on a ball than go backwards. It's common physics. And he just wasn't able to get to that one.
Surprised to see McHugh playing that far in as well, as one already got over his head. And now the Cherry Bombs entered the inning with a 2-run lead. And now they are down by 3. And it's still at the 3-hole hitter. And now the pitcher who has a shot to help himself out. He's yet to get a hit in this game. He has got on the base pass twice. Someone fouled back. Got to tip your hat to the Stars team as well. In that first game, back and forth, and the Bombs took over, and the Stars fizzled out. Now in this game, Cherry Bombs take a lead, and the Stars come back in the 7th and take a lead.
This game's been all over the place, and everything you want in a tight game like this. A lot of offensive action. We've seen some spots of pitching greatness, and we've seen some mistakes that have ended up hurting the team badly. And it just goes to show that a lot can happen within 9 innings. A lot can happen within 7.
Well, that one is sent to center field as runner at second thought there was just 2 outs, and that's an easy double up on the throw back to second. So we've abruptly ended the 7th inning, but not before the Stars abruptly end the Cherry Bombs lead. And they're up 9-6 as it's stretch time here at historic Luther Williams Field. Welcome you back here to historic Luther Williams Field. Is right behind that scoreboard. There was a big lightning strike. But nonetheless, look at that big lightning strike in the top of the 5th inning, or top of the 7th inning, excuse me. A 5-run inning for the Catawba-Valley Stars. And they take a 3-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Now we got a little bit of a delay behind the plate as Ethan Chavez talks over with the home plate umpire. As an arm will run down for the Bacon. That lightning getting closer, and I think the word is that there is a potential park pool coming our way soon. So that is.
Don't let anybody get swept away by the tarp monster.
That is not very cool. However, for the Stars, good thing for them. Is that is, I mean, that's right behind. That is right behind center field. That is some lightning. That is
not that we want to get paused by a thunderstorm, but
that one popped up behind second base. It creeps back to the right side of the bag, and Kreck will grab it, pop out. The second baseman for Brady McHugh, Wyatt Waters, and Braxton Collins will be the next due up in this inning.
What I was saying was not that we want a lightning storm, but from a photographer standpoint, if they're down there, how cool would it be, like, make a contact home run, pimp it, throw the bat up in the air, and then lightning striking in the background? That would be.
That one sent to the right side, and it's going to find its way fair, and Waters going for extra bases. That tarp's not rolled out yet, and it'll hit off top of it. And Wyatt Waters gets himself a stand-up double. I just got the message to my phone, get ready to tarp pool. Unfortunately for us, we cannot go down there. We got a game to broadcast right now.
Man,
that's like the fortune. That's like the fortunate aspect of being up there. We get to miss out on the tarp pool. But another fortunate thing for you Bacon fans back at home, if you take a look down at the bottom, the Bacon victorious over Boone 9-3. And if you see Forest City down there, if they don't score 4 runs in the 7th inning, that game will be over, and the Bacon will take full sole possession of 2nd place. It's that one down in the dirt to Collins, makes it 2-0.
That wind blowing downward towards the plate, bringing those clouds in, but also helping that ball a little bit, and it's also gonna stop the ball a little bit if it's hit out high enough.
American flag is blowing in, and that one goes in on the righty Collins, and it'll skip all the way to the backstop, and Waters will take his extra base on the wild pitch to give the Cherry Bombs a man at 3rd. Bunt around, and it's upstairs, and Collins will walk for the 2nd time tonight. As there you go, there's the rain tracking in. That's only a matter of time before it hits us. So that brings up Harrison Strange. That one on the corner. That coming as well. The only scary thing about that rain is the direction of the wind, and that is blowing right back in to the field. Now it's only a matter of time.
They just
they just called it right there, right on cue. As that wind and rain is blowing towards our way, the lightning strikes, and we only knew it was a matter of time before we head into a rain delay. But guess what? The beautiful thing is we get to watch how efficient the tarp pool is. How good can they do?
Should I time it?
Let's see. They're already out there. A couple players going to help as well. All the intern staff going. They're rolling. Here they go. There we go. We got Evan. Look at the emergency catcher. Shin guards and all out there ready. First base coach Stetson. He's out there in full jersey as well. Who else do we got out there? That's intern Josh. I believe I'm lost on who there. Josh is covering the face. I see Brandon out there. I see Tyreek. Who else we got? There's Lindsey Murch. That's Bell actually on that left side. Here we go. There's Kendall, the photographer. There's Will. Oh, yeah, intern Josh. Get into it, buddy. Leg day. It doesn't get to skip you. You'll find your way to cardio one way or another. Here we go. Everyone's spacing out.
I'll tell you, Josh is the Swiss Army knife. He can do it all.
He does everything. Here we go. Here goes the full pool. There's first base coach Stetson getting after it. Will, there it goes. It's fighting back with him a little bit, but the pep in the step. Move your legs, fellas. You got it. Here comes some more backups. We're hula hooping. Things are getting crazy at Luther Williams. Here we go. Some more assistants coming, and there's Aladrian. Oh, my goodness. Everyone getting in the action. Andrew's in there. Josh has gotten themselves in here. Here comes the rain. It's all happening so fast. Oh my goodness, it's pouring. But the tarp is on its way. It's moving. It's engulfing the entire infield. Man, this is electric, Griffin. This is electric.
This is what the people have come to see. The baseball game is an added bonus, but where there's a chance of rain, you want to see the tarp.
There we go, full coverage. There's Josh directing it. They got full coverage now. Here we go. Space out, everyone. It's time to stretch it. Get those wrinkles out, everyone. The rain is coming. The rain is coming. Everyone find a corner. Find a handle. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Pull. There it is.
Beautiful.
Evan, great job. This is immaculate stuff. Get the stakes out. Get it out. The wind's blowing in. It's coming right at us. And for us, for the moment, we will take a break. We'll let you know if this one returns. That rain looking a little scary, but we will return shortly, hopefully, after a rain delay here at historic Luther Williams Field. Howdy, folks, and welcome back here to the Bacon Broadcast Network. Griffin Harper, Riley Kelton. I might weigh a little more than I did a second ago. I am soaking wet. And the field is in the same condition, lightning striking all around us, and that has caused this game to get finished. But the good news for the Cherry Bombs, since the Stars scored 5 runs in the top of the 7th. Oopsies, left that volume on. However, top of the 7th, they scored 5 runs. They took a 9-6 lead. Since the Cherry Bombs didn't get to finish their at-bats in the 7th, it is reverse. So by technicality, because of that, the Cherry Bombs will get the 6-4 victory over the Stars. Mother Nature playing in favor of the Cherry Bombs.
I mean, it's their lucky day, I guess, and what a way to end it, right? I mean, for me personally, this is my last game here. I mean, it's sad to end this way, but I'm really grateful for this opportunity. It's a pleasure getting to work with the Riley Kelton. I mean, nobody better in the business.
I mean, this guy, he's the man. We're going to miss him up here in the booth. But the Cherry Bombs are victorious somehow in some way. But we will be back with some more action on Home Team Network. Once again, head on over that way. Don't miss out on any more Macon Bacon baseball action for the rest of the year. We'll see you all at Home Team Network for the very next one. From Griffin Harper, I'm Riley Kelton. From our director, TD, do-it-all man, Aaron Harrison, we're saying thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We will see you all on Home Team Network soon. And as always, stay crispy.